Hey guys, so if you're new to my channel, I'm Becca Hilburn and I am a comic artist, and I also sometimes teach comics and I sometimes teach art, mostly in a freelance capacity, very loose. And over the years, I've created a lot of drawing and art tutorials over at natosoup.blogspot.com, as well as here on the channel. It's a big goal of mine to make art education accessible to anybody who has internet access, whether it's a smartphone, a dedicated computer, or they have to go to the library to access the internet. And I try to do this in a number of ways, from sharing helpful things over on my Twitter to creating a curated and very safe art space on the Paintbox, to sharing a variety of skill level tutorials here on the channel. So recently, while checking my analytics, it came to my attention that my videos are being shared on sites like Instructure and Puzzle Ed. Now, these are sites that are they're like e-learning platforms. The closest I can compare it to is what I used when I worked with NCE, and this is probably much more robust than that, or when I was a student myself and I was using Blackboard and Moodle. And I'm honestly delighted that teachers are sharing the work that I make to help their students better understand certain concepts. There's a few downsides to this, particularly with the analytics, in that I cannot see who's sharing it, what context they're sharing it, where they're sharing it to, other than these bulk sites. And I don't even know what videos they're sharing. I don't understand what context they're being shared in. I don't understand what concepts are being covered. There's no communication between me and these sites. So as I mentioned over on the community tab, I would really love it if you're a teacher and you utilize my videos in your classroom, or as, extracurricular information, or as just, for further reading, or for further, if you're interested. I would really love it if you'd reach out to me via email, Becca.Hilburn, HILLBURN @gmail.com, because I'd really like to talk to you about this. I'd really like to know what sort of content you're using. Like, what of my videos? Is it the watercolor videos? Is it the comic videos? Is it the zine videos? Is it the marker videos? Is it the drawing videos? Which videos are you sharing with your students? What sort of format are you sharing it in? Is it in like a seminar format? Is it in a workshop format? Is this for homework, or is this something that they're allowed to discuss? I'd also like to know why you're sharing my videos, and I mean that in a good way. Like, what is it about my videos that's useful for you as a teacher in a classroom setting? When I create a lot of the how to draw videos, it's because I'm teaching those classes, and it gives me a chance to kind of refresh my skill set, think of possible questions my students might have, generate examples, and then if we don't have time to cover everything I wanted to cover in class, I can always point them to those videos later. But I'm curious why you find them beneficial. I would love to get some feedback from you. Also, if there's videos that, or content you'd like to see covered, topics you'd like to see explained, anything like that, I would love to know so I can make those videos, or point you in the direction of other artists I admire who have made such videos, or videos that I've made in the past that cover those topics. I'd also like to be able to arrange like class meetings via Zoom, to give your students a chance to talk to a working professional artist, so they can ask questions and have any misconceptions they might have about what it means to be a comic artist kind of answered for them. Basically, when I make videos, a lot of what I've originally wanted from this was open communication and collaboration. I wanted us to work together to make the art world a better place and more accessible to more people. And when my videos are shared on these platforms, I can't see anything. All I can see is that it was shared to that platform. I am not given a date. I'm not given how many people watch it, nothing. So while I don't mind you guys sharing them to those platforms, I understand how beneficial those platforms can be and what a useful organizational tool they can be. It doesn't allow me as an art teacher and a comic artist to work together with you to create the best content we possibly can. And really, that's my goal. I want to grow as an educator, I want to grow as an artist, and I want to grow as a channel. And when these are shared on those platforms and no one reaches out to me, I can't do any of those things. So while it might help you in your classroom, which I'm all for, it's not helping me in return, and I'd like this to be a mutually beneficial collaborative effort. So if you are interested in additional class materials, I actually make presentations for a lot of my classes since I do teach, and I'd make a lot of templates to help my students, like drawing templates where they can either practice the skills on the sheet, because honestly, as an art teacher, copying is a great way to learn. It's a great way to understand concepts, not tracing necessarily. Tracing has its place, but copying into your sketchbook to understand forms and structures is a wonderful exercise, and I make templates designed for that. And I also am willing to offer like one-on-one class meetings, portfolio critiques, that sort of thing, to bring another level to your classroom and to bring another point of view to your classroom. And I actually have that set up on my Patreon as a tier. And if you're interested in that tier and you have some questions about it, I'd love it if you reach out to me. You're not required to, but if you want those templates for class use, if you want those presentations for class use, that's the way you're going to be able to get them. So I don't mean this to sound harsh. I'm a little bit anxious about this because whenever I do a vlog, I always get people who kind of misconstrue everything I say and then throw it in my face. So, but that's YouTube. It makes me kind of anxious. But I do want to say I'm delighted that you're using my videos in your classroom. I really am. I think that YouTube and the internet can be, with curation and with guidance, which is what you're doing as a teacher, can be a wonderful tool for education. There's so many great channels here that explain all sorts of different concepts, from chemistry concepts to anthropology concepts to historical living concepts to botany concepts to art concepts. And I'm really honored that you are choosing some of my videos to explain certain concepts in your classroom. So please don't misconstrue that. Sorry, I hear one of the neighbor's dogs running around right now. My concern is that I cannot see the context in which these videos that I've created are being shared and being presented. I don't even know which videos are useful to you guys. And I would like to make more videos that would be useful to you guys. And I would like to make videos that address certain topics that people struggle with. But because I have an MFA in art and I have all this formal art education, I've been working for so many years, sometimes I forget, when I'm not working with groups of people, sometimes I forget the concepts that people struggle with the most. So I need you guys to reach out to me and to tell me and to ask me. If you're not super comfortable with email, you can always come hang out with me on Saturday nights during my Power Hour live streams. That would be a wonderful opportunity for us to talk. Originally, I envisioned those as a very collaborative opportunity where people in the audience make requests, like drawing requests or technique requests, and then I'm able to demonstrate and explain in live time, in real time. It doesn't always go that way. I would love for it to be more like that, and I'd really love to have more viewers during those live streams and more engagement during those live streams. So if you've been on the fence about that and wondering if it's for you, we can make it for you. And if those events just 100% are not at all for you, we can figure out a way to do it. I can't collaborate with you guys unless you reach out and talk to me, and I would really love it if you guys would reach out and talk to me. I've been doing this aspect of what I do for four years, math time. I've been doing the blog for over 10 years, and I have a lot of experience and knowledge to share that's pretty wide ranging. So if your students are interested in, arranging their own zine exchange or hosting their own school-wide Comic-Con, or how to table and sell at conventions, I would love to talk about those topics more in depth as well. And I definitely think that would benefit from like a Q&A style classroom rather than me just lecturing. So I realize that a lot of people who find my content are just searching on YouTube and they're pulling something that seems like it fits, and they're probably not subscribing to this channel. So this vlog might be a bit of a waste, but I thought I don't know any other way to solve this problem. I already brought it up on the community tab, and I brought it up on Twitter as well. So I thought maybe doing a video might help reach some of the people who utilize my videos in their classroom and inspire them to reach back out and talk to me. So my husband and I have been talking about this because, like I mentioned before, I do art education as a freelancer, I know how ridiculous that sounds. But I do frequently offer art classes, especially through the St. Charles Parish Public Library. And so I do kind of understand what you guys need. And a lot of my videos are not necessarily curated to that. So if you guys get in contact with me, I can provide materials lists or even alternative materials lists should the original materials list be kind of pricey. I can provide shopping resources. I'm sorry, bows in the window. I can help you find the best deal on art supplies if you're new to that. Like with NCE, they were paying Amazon prices when they could have been paying Blick's teacher prices. So it's that kind of stuff that if you reach out to me, I can help you with. I can point you to other resources that your students will enjoy, or resources that are just a little bit higher up, you know, a little bit more advanced for your students who catch on to those topics quickly, and my videos might be a little not advanced enough for some of them, or we can work together to make videos that cover more advanced topics. It's really, when it comes to YouTube, what I make, I don't really do the YouTube rules correctly because I don't really look at what's popular and then make stuff based on what's popular. I look at what I want to do. I look at what the people in the paint box ask me to do, and I look at what my patrons want, as well as maybe what my students need in my classes. Sorry, keeping an eye on the cat. Hey you! And then I make content based on that. So if you reach out to me and we talk about this and we can kind of collaborate, I can make content that is better for your classes. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a very small channel. 12K subscribers, most of my videos get like 100 views. I make maybe $50 a month from YouTube ads and then another 150 from Patreon. That's not a living wage. So if you enjoy the work I do, if you utilize my videos in your classroom or for your group, please consider joining me on Patreon, just at any level at all. Any support helps. And consider, like I said, hanging out in my Discord server, the Paint Box, and just chatting with me and getting to know me, because that engagement, that back and forth discussion means a lot to me. And without it, I basically feel like I'm spending a lot of time making things that no one cares about. So that engagement really means a lot to me, and it will help me to continue to produce content that you guys enjoy, and it will probably also help me feel inspired to go the extra mile and to spend a little extra money and to put in extra effort to make those videos even more special. So that's really all I wanted to say. I suggest if you're a teacher and you haven't, you check out my blog, natosoup.blogspot.com. I have 2 series that I highly recommend. I have my Intro to Comic Craft series, which covers making comics from brainstorming all the way to self-publishing. And I also have my Watercolor Basics series, which kind of segues into the channel and covers a lot of watercolor topics, but from a watercolor comic artist point of view. And I also make watercolor all ages comics. So if you have students who enjoy comics, they might enjoy reading 7-Inch Kara as either a web comic or as a print comic. We just had the Kickstarter for Volume 2, so Volume 2 should be in print soon. And your students might enjoy that, or if you are curious about making comics, self-publishing comics, printing your own comics, I do have a Kickstarter exclusive blog that's available to my patrons as well as to the people who supported my work on Kickstarter. So I came out here because I thought I could record without disturbing anybody, but y'all probably completely understand, right? We're all working from home right now, and we're all sharing our workspaces with our living spaces with our kids and our pets and our spouses and our roommates. So that's just life, y'all. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch this vlog. I hope you guys will consider what I say. If you happen to know any educators who are looking for good art content, good art resources, feel free to please share my channel with them or get in touch with me and I can curate a list of some of my favorite videos that I think they might enjoy and might find beneficial. So hopefully I'll hear from you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. All right, bye y'all.